Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Christian Faith and Fiction. My name's Lou and today I'm going to be sharing with you the new Christian fiction releases that are coming out, some of them anyway, coming out in November and December 2020. As before, I'm going to split them up into their different genres, so I'm going to be looking at contemporary and romance, and then historical fiction, biblical, mystery, and then fantasy and sci-fi to finish up. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want to find out more about what I'm reading in Christian fiction. And whilst you're there, why not go ahead and share the video with a friend who likes to read that kind of books. Thank you so much to all my subscribers. You are really encouraging me to keep going with this channel. Let's have a look at some of the books. The Promised Land by Elizabeth Musser is a book that releases on the 3rd of November 2020. Desperate to mend her marriage and herself, Abby follows her son Bobby to walk the famed Camino pilgrimage. During their journey they encounter Rasa, an Iranian woman working in secret helping other refugees, and Caroline, a journalist who is studying pilgrims on the Camino while searching for answers for her broken past. Christmas Dinner by Pat Simmons also releases on the 3rd of November. For months, Darcel Price has suffered depression in silence, but things are about to change as he plans to celebrate Christmas Eve with family and share her journey. Darcel invites them via group text, not knowing she has included her ex. The Cul-de-Sac War by Melissa Ferguson releases on November the 10th. Bree Leake's parents make a deal with her. If she stays put in one place for a year, they'll give her her grandmother's house. The only problem is her next door neighbour is driving her crazy, so she decides to drive him out of the neighbourhood by playing pranks on him. This one sounds like a romantic comedy and I have pre-ordered this one. There are quite a few historical novels coming out. First one, Things We Didn't Say by Amy Lynn Green. This book releases on the 3rd of November as well. The US Army wants Johanna Berglund to work as a translator at a nearby camp for German POWs. As Johanna interacts with the men of the camp and senses their letters home, she begins to see the prisoners in a more sympathetic light, but advocating for better treatment makes her enemies in the community. The Right Kind of Fool by Sarah Loudin Thomas also releases on the 3rd of November. 13-year-old Loyal Rains is supposed to stay close to home on a hot summer day in 1934. When he slips away for a quick swim in the river and finds a dead body, he wishes he'd obeyed his mother. The ripples caused by his discovery will impact the town of Beverly, West Virginia, in ways no one could have imagined. This sounds like a historical novel as well as possibly a mystery. To Steal a Heart by Jen Turano releases on November the 17th. After a childhood as a street thief, Gabriella Goodhue thought she'd put her past behind her until a fellow resident at her boarding house is unjustly accused of theft. In the middle of breaking into a safe that holds the proof to prove her friend's innocence, Gabriella is interrupted by Nicholas Quinn, the man she once considered her best friend until he abandoned her. Besotted by Jody Hedlund releases on the 17th of November. This is the third book in the Fairest Maidens series. This is described as the real Sleeping Beauty story. In a land where being the fairest maiden is a curse, a young queen trying to stay alive until she comes of age to rule, and a prince turned into a pauper. The Dress Shop on King Street by Ashley Clark releases on December the 1st. Harper Albright has pinned all her hopes on a future in fashion design, but when it comes crashing down around her, she returns home to Fairhope, Alabama, and to Millie, the woman who first taught her to sew. As she rethinks her own future, secrets long hidden about Millie's past are brought to light. Courting Misfortune by Regina Jennings also releases on December the 1st. Callister York needs one more successful case as a Pinkerton operative to secure her job. When she's assigned to find the kidnapped daughter of a mob boss, she's sent to the rowdy mining town of Joplin, Missouri, despite having extended family in the area. Will their meddling expose her mission and keep Lila Seaton from being recovered? Castaway in Cornwall by Julie Klassen also releases on the 1st of December. Laura Calloway daily walks the windswept Cornwall coast, known for many shipwrecks but few survivors. She feels like a castaway set adrift on the tides of fate by the deaths of her parents and left wanting answers. When ships sink, wreckers scour the shore for valuables. While Laura searches for clues to the lives lost, she collects seashells and mementos, and when a man is washed ashore, she collects him too. Dreams of Savannah by Roseanna M. White. This appears to have 2 release dates. The Kindle version seems to be releasing on the 22nd of December and the paperback on the 5th of January 2021. Cordelia Owens can weave a hopeful dream around anything and is well used to winning the hearts of everyone in Savannah with her whimsy. Even when she receives word that her sweetheart has been lost during a raid on a Yankee vessel, she clings to hope and comes up with many romantic tale of his eventual homecoming to reassure his mother and sister. In biblical fiction, To Dwell Among Cedars by Connilyn Cossette releases on the 1st of December. 8 years ago, when the Philistines stole and then surrendered the Ark of the Covenant back to the Israelites, Eliora left her Philistine homeland to follow the Ark to the community of Kiryat Yearim. Ronan is a Levite musician determined to return the Ark to Shiloh, where his tribe believes it belongs. He never expected that the Philistine girl he rescued years ago would now be part of the very family he's tasked to deceive. In mystery and suspense, Soul Raging by Ronie Kendig releases on November the 3rd. This is the 3rd book in the Book of the Wars series. This is a series that follows former Navy SEAL Leaf, who has been tasked with capturing the ancient Book of the Wars, a book whose pages hold secrets and dangers. Nightfall by Susan Sleeman is the first book in her Nighthawk Security series, and this releases on November the 4th. She faces dangerous situations all the time. Olympic downhill skier Harper Young knows what it's like to look danger in the face. After all, she does it every time she races down a ski slope. But when a stalker turns his sights on Harper, she possesses zero skills to protect herself. Night Vision by Susan Sleeman is the 2nd book in that series, and that releases on December the 4th. And in fantasy and sci-fi, an older series by R.J. Anderson, which is called Flight and the Flame Trilogy. Book 2 is releasing in hardcover on the 10th of November, and that's called Nomad. And then the 2nd book in the Drossaran saga by Ronie Kendig is releasing on December the 8th, and that's called Dawn of Vengeance. So I'm not going to share the details of those 2 books as they're the 2nd books in the series. If you want to find out more about those books, then I'll put a link to my blog post in the description box below, and you can click on that. You'll be able to find the links to the Goodreads pages where you'll be able to get the full description of those books and also add them to your wish list if you want to do that. Let me know in the comments if there are any books coming out in November or December that you're really looking forward to, and if there are any other Christian fiction books that I have missed out. Thanks for joining me today. Until next time, I hope you have a really great reading week, and I'll see you again.